You need a holistic science, a science that talks about the whole big picture. And that is field theory. So field theory is a holistic science. You're not looking at little bits and bobs going on. You're trying to see what is the whole big picture. What is going on all together? And this is extremely important. It's a different approach. And it's hard to get your head around it because we've all been programmed with this idea of atoms, separate, things are separate. Yeah, and we're getting closer now. We now understand that this is energy. This is matter, but matter and energy is the same thing. But we still haven't quite got the fact that these are not separate objects. We still can't quite accept there's a field. A field is not a separate object. It's not little bits separated. It's not things connected. It is just one thing. A field is one thing everywhere. And that is the nature of reality. The underlying nature of reality is the field. A field. It's not what quantum mechanics is having us believe, little dots, little particles all bumping together. No. It's not that. It's not separation. It's connectedness. One big field. It's fluid. It's not fluid like water because we know water is made of molecules, which is made of atoms, blah, blah, blah. But the atoms, the molecules that the water is made of, those atoms are made of ether. Ether is the pure fluid. Pure fluid. Well, ether, okay, we actually got 4 things. Now, if you look at my previous lectures, I work up to this. But now we're at the stage where we've got 4 things in the universe. We have got, number 1, we've got ether. Oops. Ether is also chi energy. So it's the same thing. But this is non-physical. This has no Cartesian value. It's outside 3 dimensions. Now, ether will become electromagnetism. Okay, electromagnetism is combined is a combination of dielectricity and magnetism. So this, we will call this the dielectric field. So the dielectric field is magnetism, but this is a better way of saying it. It's much simpler because dielectricity implies a voltage, a potential, and the field implies the force of this voltage wanting to return back to inertia. Again, you have to look at my previous lecture, but I'll come to that in a minute. But ether is non-physical. This becomes a dielectric field. So this is the field we're talking about. This is already manifest, but this is electromagnetism. But even electromagnetism is not made up of photons, little dots. It is a pure fluid field. It is infinite. See, I've got a magnet here. This is a magnet. But the magnetic field is not made of little dots. It's a pure fluid field. And it goes off to infinity and it comes back again. So magnetism, the dielectric field, is also fluid. This is pure fluid. It is not a separation. Well, now we get to separation. The dielectric field, there can be a single standing wave which becomes freestanding. A single standing wave of the dielectric field becomes the neutron. The neutron. So there is one particle and only one particle. It's the neutron. The neutron also becomes a proton. So a neutron and a proton are the same thing, 2 states of the same particle. And there's only one particle because there's only one standing wave of the one and only one field, which it comes from the ether. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, and neutron then leads to all matter. So this is now matter. So this is the only separation that happens. Once you've got neutrons, now you've got separation between particles. But this is where the separation happens. There's the field. This is pure fluid, no separation. And they've got one more thing. One more thing. Once we've got all matter and all different states of matter, we've now got a material universe, but a material universe with a single force that animates it, the dielectric field. But this single force comes from the ether, which is unmanifest, pure potential. In here is consciousness. Consciousness is not physical. In here is mathematics. Mathematics is not physical. In here is geometry. Geometry is not physical. But this exists, it is reality. Once we've got these 3 things, now we have one more thing, which is life. Life. See, what is life? Well, life is a combination of these 3 things. We know we've got a body here. Body is made of matter, particles, but all different states of matter We've got liquid, we've got gas, we've got plasma, although plasma is probably not in the body. This is high state of matter. But you've also got crystals in the body. And then you also need electromagnetism. You've got the dielectric field. This thing needs a power to power it. It needs an energy. Well, the energy in the body is electromagnetic. So this is the energy that powers the body, but you also need a consciousness. You also need some information. You need a blueprint. You need a plan. Somebody's got to organize this body. It's got to build it. So here's the information, here's the energy, and here's the substance. With all these three things, we can have a life form. We can create life. And so what we've got in the universe now, this is the four things we've got.